It's been a long time since I've used RPG Maker, and it's probably been even longer since I've tried coding something for RPG Maker. But I've got RPG Maker MZ, and I'd like to make a script called Magic Chests. It's basically the Ender chest from Minecraft. So it's essentially a chest you can access from the map. You insert a number of items into slots. These can be sort of colored gems if you want to copy this, or it could be any item really. And then whatever combination of items you've entered, a different set of items will appear in the chest. So if you then, if you make two chests and you have the same items in both chests should show the same items. If you change the items in the slots, then they will display different items. This is the plan. So I'm just going to check out the foundations of a script because I haven't really done any MZ coding. Come up with some UI of how I want the slots and the inventory to look. Call it from a scene, get down the logic, and then work on saving and loading. Seems fairly straightforward. So yeah, part one, lay the foundations. So I've got this here. Make a new file, magic chests.js. Let's see. So we've got something at the top here. Let's just copy that. RPG Maker MZ, magic chests. Then we've got this little snippet here, which we will copy as well. Get rid of the Japanese. Target, MC, all good. Description is uh, you know, chest storage for items. Insert items into slots to access different sets of items. That's fine. That's fine. Let's put in Lorik. Magic chests.js. Player. Um, there's probably some cutoff here that you want. So the column number, there's probably a cutoff, but we'll just keep rattling it out, see how it goes. We'll display a different set of items based on this. Yeah, this getting a bit wordy. And the player can enter a number of items into slots in the chest, and it will display a different inventory based on those items. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So yeah, that message about no plugin commands. There's probably something else like this that you do at plugin command or something, and it'll give you a way of entering some stuff. But I don't think we're gonna. You know what? Maybe we do need that for marking which items can be slotted or something. We'll get to that though. Alright, then it just goes straight into it. This is a self-calling function, which just seems to set this up. So because it calls itself, this code can then be used within the game code, I'm guessing. Scene menu base, okay. Scene item base. So this is overwriting. We don't really want that right now. We want to know how to make our own scene. So let's go into the scenes file. Scroll down to something a bit more relevant. There we go. Scene equip. We'll use actually scene item, since we are having just a list of items. So this is us taking all of the arguments and just spitting them out into the initialize function, which is none. But it calls the item base to set up the scene. Okay, well we'll try. We'll take this and let's just see how we can manipulate it to do what we want. So if I do scene item and then just do scene magic chest, and replace all. So that'll have changed the item base, which is not what we want. This is probably not what we want anyway, being fair. We want a custom scene probably. Okay, it is here one more time. Probably want to figure out how to call the scene from the map first. Um, Adds a scene on top, yep, which allows us to return afterwards. This is probably what we want then. Scene manager push. I did have a document that had all kinds of code for different calls that you could use. All right, well let's just try this. Scene manager push scene magic chest. We'll make it look really not magic. Oh, actually, you could do quick event, right? Treasure. Yeah, okay. get rid of that and then slot in that to open the scene. I wonder if there's a way of making it close again. Give it a name just to keep it tidy. Maybe we don't want this then. Delete. Let's just see what happens. Okay, scene magic chest not defined. Oh, that's probably because we've not actually loaded the plugin. Turn it on. Oh yeah, let's actually read. So magic chests, chests or frames. Yeah, we probably want to cut that off there, but that doesn't really matter right now. So yeah, author filled in okay. The information's filled in. Cool. Okay. Nice. So already we've got something happening. Let me just turn that down a bit. Okay. So then what do we want? Instead of these can... Okay, let's think of the UI. Maybe we want a little window up here that just says magic chest or something. And we could have slots here going along the way, but then that kind of limits you to however many it fits here without overlapping and having to scroll along the way. Maybe it would be up and down, and then you could slot the items in. Maybe I'll just try, first of all, going horizontally. Because I do think it would look better, especially if you're only using sort of 2, 3, or 4 items to slot in. Create a help window, I don't even know if it did. Let's see, so no way of seeing that. Item base, create help window. Okay. I'm not sure what that does. Because we've added the help window, we can maybe just access it with this. Create category window. This is... Alright, let's see. So we're creating the rect for the window. And then we add in some categories. Set handler. Oh yeah, we need to build the window. That's how it works. Yep. Window item category. So let's check the windows out. Window item category. So this is what we're creating. Let's just rip this and we'll make our own. We need to give it a different name. We'll replace it with window. Magic chest slots. Maybe key is better. Uh, and instead of category window here, we'll cancel. Don't know what I just did there. Can I rename this? Create key window. Ah, it doesn't change. Oh, it did change. Awesome, awesome. Create key window. So we're getting the rect here. Okay, rename's F2. Nice. Key window rect. Oh, okay, I can't use the F keys. I've already used them for something else. So these category windows we will just call key window. Now I wonder where I would set up the existing keys for a chest. Yeah, how would this even work? Hmm. So the example is there is a chest on a map at position 3, 5. So I guess I'm thinking the scene magic chest, or there needs to be some sort of data being held somewhere that will hold um, the map ID and the X and Y coordinates of this chest. And it should probably hold the coordinates of all chests and the maps they're on. And then I could store storing a chest ID as a key with the map ID, X coordinate, Y coordinate, and the number, and the ID of the keys, because I don't want them to have to re-enter the key every time. So there needs to be some record of this. Globally accessible and persistent across scenes. Okay, so if I just stuff this in game variables, and then you can set up which variables to use in the code. Yeah. Um, is that a good way of doing it though? Because then you're kind of limited to the number of chests that you have based on the code. Oh, there we go, limited numbers, yeah. Custom global object. Is this a bad idea? I wonder how other systems do this, or other scripts do this. Yeah, okay, yeah, I was planning on saving them, figuring out how to save it anyway, so this is maybe alright. Define the object. Okay, so we'll copy this. I've seen this sort of code before, I'm sure, in RPG Maker scripts. Right, so what is this doing? Yeah, maybe I'll just slap this to the top of the script to keep it all contained. So let's call it magic chest data. Magic chest data dot chests. And your map event. No, I think I'll just have it when you try and access a chest, it should automatically initialize itself if it's not already been initialized. Maybe we don't need the X and Y coordinates, we just need an ID. We can maybe just run a command that opens the window with an ID. Um, yeah, I like this idea though. So the next thing would be to my RPG Maker MZ script command and pass in an integer. Command will open a scene. Maybe this is bad as well, because future proofing, what if these chests move around, or if you can destroy them and recreate them and things? Let's keep it simple for now. So these chests are static. They will have some kind of ID attached, and that is it. Okay. Yeah, we've already created a custom scene. Here we go. Custom command, plugin manager, register command. So this goes outside. Oh yeah, I've not actually done a self-calling function. Okay, that's probably outside too, although probably below this. Something like that. Function, that, and then open number scene. So instead of number, we'll do chest ID. Scene magic chest. Is this just magic chest here?